Garrett Feldpruitt here with his beautiful, dynamic, awesome wife, Julia, with our Lieutenant Kenda Cups. I got the one that says, really? Listen, I got something really important to talk to you about. It's called Make Our Titles Clean Again. And part of my crusade this year is to help homeowners become aware that there's a rampant disease in our mortgage papers. And it started back many years ago, and attached to this video should be a report. Actually, it's a letter that I wrote to my two senators and my congressman, because what's funding the fraud that Wall Street and the mortgage industry and banking industry have perpetrated on over 70 million homeowners is primarily being funded by us taxpayers. So the letter is actually asking two things. One, to take away the profitability of the fraud by cutting off the spigot from Washington, and number two, make it a law of the land that any mortgage or banking person that or industry that says that they own our note, they need to be forced to prove that. And a homeowner needs to have the right to say, show me your chain of title. That is so simple in my simple mind, and it's so hard to get that across to the powers that be. And of course, one of the reasons is it's more profitable for them to be, and so, and if you watch any of my other videos, you know that for 8 years now, actually a lot of homeowners, it's been longer than that, but for me personally, it's been 8 years when New Century, I did business with New Century. They immediately got rid of my note, and I don't know where it went. And quite frankly, there's been Wells Fargo, Bank of America, HSBC, any number of providers, and none of them can prove that they have the chain of title anywhere. In fact, they created in 2010 a fraudulent document that supposedly was from New Century. And of course, New Century had been out of business for 2 years and couldn't do anything. And but they, according to a document that they filed in our county courthouse, which by the way is illegal, second-degree felony, to file a fraudulent document, they said it had been put into this entity that was terminated in 2006. So it's a fraudulent document, and yet the federal court in Austin refuses to recognize that. And the bottom line is, according to Mark Indelicato, the trustee for the New Century bankruptcy, said that all their records are destroyed. In fact, there's a lot of information about how New Century just never recorded anything. So anyway, saying all that to say this, there's millions of homeowners that have been victimized by the fraud, the biggest fraud of this century, according to many experts. And unfortunately, that 6 million is a lot of families, and a lot of families, weren't stupid like me and won't give up. But there've been a lot of horrible things happen that when you start investigating, it just blow your mind. In fact, in the report, I quote extensively from David Dayen's book, Chain of Title. Highly recommend, if you're a homeowner and have had any problem at all with your servicer or your mortgage company, get this book. It'll open up whole worlds to you that's out there. And but the bottom line is this, and I'm going to end with this. Read the report that I have, but more importantly, get that book. And if you're a homeowner, if you've ever got a notice from your, quote, owner of your note or your servicer that it's been transferred, demand that they show you a chain of title. Because unfortunately, what's going to happen to a lot of homeowners, they're going to keep paying and paying and paying. At some point, they're going to want that title, and it ain't there. So, having said that, really pay attention, understand as much as you can, because there's a lot of homeowners money is on the line, and we're the only ones going to do anything about it. So thank you for listening, and have a blessed and glory-filled day.